Imagine you just scored the winning goal. The crowd cheers. You feel like you've conquered the world. But later that night, alone in your room, something feels missing. That's the mystery behind the difference between winning and succeeding. Winning is a result. Succeeding is a journey. And that difference could change the trajectory of your entire life. Let's start with a man who quietly redefined what success means. Coach John Wooden. You may know him as the legendary UCLA basketball coach, but his most important work wasn't what he did on the court. It was what he taught about life. He once said, "Success is peace of mind, which is a direct result of self-satisfaction in knowing you made the effort to become the best of which you are capable. Not the best in the league, not the richest in the room, the best of which you are capable." That's success, and that's powerful. See, winning is external. It's measurable. It's the scoreboard. But succeeding, that's internal. It's invisible. It's how you sleep at night. It's what you know in your bones, even when no one is watching. Let's be honest. We live in a win-at-all-costs culture. From childhood, we're graded, ranked, compared. Schools reward high scores, not curiosity. Workplaces promote performance, not purpose. Social media worships followers, not depth. So it's no surprise that we confuse achievement with alignment. We chase wins that don't feed our soul. We work jobs we hate to impress people we don't even like. We post photos of a life we secretly want to escape. But here's the uncomfortable truth. You can win and still feel empty. You can achieve and still be anxious. You can look successful and still be lost. Because winning without meaning is just noise. It's dopamine, not fulfillment. So what does it look like to succeed, truly? It begins with radical self-honesty. Ask yourself, am I living according to my values or someone else's expectations? Would I still do this work, this dream, this hustle, if no one ever applauded? What do I actually want, beyond the trophies, the praise, the image? Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about this in terms of breaking the habit of being yourself, of rewiring your subconscious so you stop performing a version of success based on old programming. Because most of us are running mental scripts we didn't even write. Real success means rewriting that script. It means choosing presence over pressure, purpose over popularity. Let's dive into the psychology. Martin Seligman, the father of positive psychology, says there are 5 elements to lasting well-being: positive emotion, engagement, relationships, meaning, accomplishment. Notice only one of those is about accomplishment. The others are about how deeply you live, not how fast you climb. When you succeed, or by this standard, you feel whole. You're not hustling to fill a hole inside you. You're overflowing. You're not competing, you're contributing. Success is not the destination. It's how you walk the path. Let's look at a few people who didn't just win, they succeeded. Think of Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers. He wasn't flashy, he didn't chase ratings, he didn't beat anyone, but he became a national treasure because he showed up every day with purpose, empathy, and integrity. That's success, or Maya Angelou, whose success came not from awards but from her voice, her truth, her courage to share painful stories and heal through words. Or even Nelson Mandela, who spent 27 years in prison. Did he win in the conventional sense? Number. But he changed the course of history by being a man of principle, not performance. These people didn't hustle to prove their worth. They embodied it. That's what success looks like when it's rooted in the soul. Let's take this deeper. Neville Goddard, the mystic teacher, taught that you become what you believe. He said, you must assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Change your concept of yourself, and you will automatically change the world you live in. In other words, success isn't about chasing results. It's about being the person who naturally lives the results you desire. If you see yourself as disciplined, creative, abundant, the outside world begins to reflect that. If you feel like a failure inside, no external win will ever feel like enough. You don't win your way into self-worth. You become your way into success. This isn't woo-woo. It's neuroscience. Your brain doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. If you rehearse a new identity over and over, your brain wires itself to make it real. So success is less about trying harder and more about thinking differently. Here's where most people go wrong. They confuse validation with victory. They get a raise but lose their peace. They get married but abandon themselves. They get followers but feel lonelier than ever. That's a false win. It looks good. It sounds good. But it's not aligned with who you really are. And here's the scary part. The more false wins you collect, the further you drift from your truth. Until one day you look in the mirror and don't recognize yourself. Real success doesn't cost your soul. It feeds it. So here's the truth, friend. You don't have to win the world to succeed in your life. You just have to become who you were born to be. And when you do, the wins take care of themselves. So today, stop chasing the illusion. Start choosing the truth. Because real success is already inside you.